Hey folks, Cooley here. Got another one of your emails about high-tech cars and modern driving. This one comes in from Bizwa P, who says, I'm in the market to buy my next daily driver. It's going to be a mid-size luxury SUV, but I'm struggling to find the one with the most comfortable seats. Online reviews are all over the place. Test drives are time-consuming and not always feasible. Is there a good rating system for modern vehicle seating comfort? Boy, this is one of the toughest things to measure in a modern car, Bizwa. You can quantify almost everything else, but this gets really hard. And the biggest problem with sitting in a car is that you're sitting. As soon as the human body is sitting for longer than, 20 minutes, I understand, things begin to stack and compress and get into a place that they're not supposed to be. So pain is what you need to alleviate. Seats are incredibly hard to quantify. Yes, you can look up legroom, hip room, all that kind of thing on any car specs. And you end up with a lot of data and not a lot of answers about whether a seat's comfortable for you. It's like knowing horsepower but not 0 to 60, or tire size but not skid pad holding. The only way to really know if a seat's comfortable is to know if a seat's comfortable, and that means you've got to drive the distance. This is where a test drive of 30 minutes or longer, in my estimation, really pays off. Again, after about 20 minutes, I think an uncomfortable seat's going to reveal itself. So the half-hour test drive, if you can pay attention, is going to give you some insights into whether that car is comfortable for longer drives. You see, no amount of adjustments, from Nissan's zero-gravity-inspired seats to Lincoln's 30-way adjustability, or even Mercedes' active adaptive seats, is going to necessarily be right for you. That said, J.D. Power, which ranks all kinds of automotive satisfaction, has a specific survey for seat satisfaction. I didn't know this until you wrote in. It's called the Seat Quality and Satisfaction Rating. Now, it largely looks at defects or areas of frustration more than literal comfort. They measure problems reported or features that were difficult to understand or even access. The two most common complaints are upholstery that gets dirty or scuffed easily, or headrests that are hard to adjust. Aren't they always? After that, satisfaction with car seating is affected mostly by whether or not you can access 3 controls and use them well: fore and aft, height, and recline, the basic 3. If those are easy to get to and use, seats get ranked around an 8.4 out of 10. Make those hard to reach or use, and seat satisfaction drops to below a 7 out of 10. It makes a big difference. And look what a difference it makes to brand repurchase loyalty if someone is satisfied with the seats in their current car. J.D. Power found that cars getting a 10 on their seats have nearly 70% repurchase loyalty. Not entirely tied to the seats, of course. If the seats are ranked at a 5 out of 10 or worse, loyalty to rebuy that kind of car shrinks to 20%. The next big thing in seats that really goes after all these issues are active adaptive seats, and they're not that far off. Companies like Forcia and Lear are showing these concepts now, trying to get automakers to bite. The idea is a seat that uses sensors that can tell where there are pressure points, can actively adapt to those without you fussing with controls that you don't really understand very well, and also to read other biometric signals to detect if you're uncomfortable or stressed right now. In the meantime, test drive a car for 30 minutes or more. I think it'll tell you a lot about the seats. Feel around for all the controls. Are they logical, and do they make sense without you having to study them? And watch 2 videos I've done recently about adjusting your seats, most of us do it all wrong, and about setting your mirrors after you do so. Keep those emails coming. I'm here to answer your questions about high-tech cars and modern driving. It's Cooley at theroadshow.com.